This is the grave of Emma Hintz. She was born Emma Ron to parents Louis and Frederica. Her parents were originally from Poland and arrived in the United States just 1 year before she was born. They arrived in 1871 and she was born in 1872. Emma had a short life, only 31 years, passing away in 1903. She was married to husband Carl in 1900 and had one daughter, Clara, in 1901. She has an absolutely beautiful resting place. You can see behind the trees there's a beautiful lake that's out there. Unfortunately, the sandy soil that's in the area had eroded a little bit, and when I came across the stone, it was laying flat on the ground, and somebody had come in and propped it up there on the base. But just simple erosion. A lot of the stones in this cemetery have leaned pretty heavily. I've done a lot of work in there, but this particular one just leaned a little too far, and it went over. And luckily, it was safe. There wasn't any damage to it, but it needed to be repaired. So I excavated out the base, put a new gravel base down, and then what I'm doing is just reattaching the individual pieces here. So we have 3 pieces here, the base, and then this middle section that I'm working on here. They're simply attached with a really great epoxy putty, and then we're just going to lift this larger piece up overhead and get it set down. It's not a very technical process, but just have to be done carefully. It's a wonderful marble stone, gray marble stone. Emma was a bit challenging to research. There are a lot of different spellings for her family. Her stone is in German, I believe, after her husband. In the cemetery, there's a lot of German headstones. But there's a lot of different spellings that happen in older times. When somebody immigrates to the U.S., there's a lot of times when I've found lots of different spellings depending upon who was the one writing the name down at that point in time. So was near impossible to find anything about her. But eventually I found the key, and I broke through and was able to find her name with Emma Ron. In this particular cemetery, there's a lot of stones that have a lot of biological growth on them, but hers wasn't bad at all. I did wash it, and see there's a little moisture here from that cleaning, but otherwise it was generally pretty clean, so it turned out really well.